Oh shoot. Yo. I was Hello and welcome back to Actually Let's Talk About It with me, your host Lily, and today I will be reacting to Bloodhounds episode 5. Okay, and on episode 4 we kind of left off on a bit of a cliffhanger. So our trio, which consists of course of the two besties, aka Geon Woo and Woo-Jin, they was in a bit of a pickle, okay? It was like a not so like a car chase, but not really like a crazy car chase. They just had all the money from the bookstore that they had to move in the early AMs. And these people is trying to get their money, y'all. Okay? It's gotten to the point to where one of the cars ain't working, so they gotta run on foot to the next car. And our good man, Gonu, he gotta take some of the money boxes and just leave them on the ground so that he could fit the other two people in the car now. And then you got the bad guys on their tail. And then they just cut off the episode. To be continued, basically. And I'm like, okay, I know, like, they know what to do to get you to want to watch the next episode. And they did just that. So we about to get straight into it. I'm not going to play around. Not that I ever do. But I'm not going to make this intro long. We're going to do our patron shout out. And of course, the patron shout out does go out to 4 people. And so the first patron shout out goes out to Keisha L. The second patron shout out goes to MK Han. The third patron shout out goes out to Dia, or Dea is spelled D-E-A. And then the fourth and final patron shout out goes out to Renaya Shannon. I want to thank you all so much for being patrons on my Patreon. And your support is so very much appreciated. And if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to see what's going down on Patreon, it'll be linked in the description box below. And also if you click on my channel like icon and it loads up the channel information, it'll be one of the little links on the channel banner. So you can check it out there, see what's going on, okay? Yes. And so also if you're watching on YouTube, do not forget to subscribe to the channel because we are on the road to 400 subscribers on this channel. It's a big deal because we are already over 300, which is amazing. And then we're on a long road to 1,000 subscribers, but every day we get a whole heck of a lot closer to that goal. So without further ado, y'all, we're going to get straight into this reaction and see what is going to happen with our trio here, okay? They try to take all the cash out of the bookstore, but they was met with opposition after opposition, y'all. And I'm just hoping they don't lose too much money while they trying to get away. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, it's heavy because y'all, they got all that gold in them duffers. They got a bunch of gold and a bunch of cash. Run, y'all, run. Put the cash and then they drop the duffel bags. And not that there's anything necessarily all the time wrong with being an ex-convict. And I say that from the standpoint that sometimes people take the fall for other people because other people are wealthier than them, especially in some cases in South Korea. However, and then also some cases in the United States, especially with our mass incarceration problem, specifically of Black and brown men specifically, and women at times as well, but specifically Black and brown men, the way that the law works to always incriminate them, even with little to no evidence, and they have it on their record. So that's why I'm saying that there's not always, sometimes people are going to jail for crimes they didn't commit. And that's the craziest part about it. Even in the States, we have that issue where there's a lot of Black men who are in jail for crimes they didn't do. Unfortunately. So I get where his heart was because this man is Korean like him and he wanted to help him. But you have to look at what were they convicted for and how much evidence, because it's public record for somebody who has a record of being an ex-convict. The reason for their arrest and the evidence at that trial that was presented is always public record. At least it is in the States. I'm not sure if that's how it is in South Korea, but I'm assuming it should be. It's public record. So he should have looked into why was this man, specifically Myeong-Gil, why was he an ex-convict? What did he do? And what evidence was presented to prove and convict him of doing what they accused him of doing? That's what he should have looked at. Because if the evidence is crystal clear that he did it, then you shouldn't hire them to work for you. Not in this industry, because there's already corrupt people. And what you're doing isn't necessarily ethical anyway. It's kind of like teetering that line. But yeah, but if he looked it up and Myeong-Gil had a spot clean, that evidence was obviously tampered with, yada yada yada, or there was a rich chaebol, either their heir or their grandkid or an associate of somebody with money and power, then yeah, you're like, oh yeah, I'll give you a job. I'll hire you, because most of the time they prey on poor people and vulnerable people to put the blame on. There's another K-drama called The Good Bad Mother, and that's literally all this prosecutor character was doing, was blaming it on people who were less wealthy than his clients he was representing and making them look guilty in court. And they did nothing. The legal system shouldn't be that crazy, but sometimes people are actually guilty of certain things. Sometimes. And we just gotta use discernment with it. Because somebody like Myeong-Gil, I would have known right off the bat. Just because how his character presents himself, the way he walks, the way he talks, and the things he does, I would have known not to hire him. Because people like that cannot be trusted. They cannot. You can read personalities, and I guess it's sometimes it's an acquired skill to read how people are. But I'm I don't respect people who put money over other people. And Myeong-Gil is the type of person. That's would have been such a red flag for me. I'm not hiring you. Because the way that you value money and you don't have that same respect or value for people who are more important than money, who have existed longer than money has been in existence, that don't sit right with me. And on top of that, I'm really not for capitalism. So yeah, if you are leaning towards to where you're just in love with capitalism, aka money, you can't be on my team. Because you the type that would do anything for money. Sell out your own mother for money. That's the type of character Myeong-Gil is. And that's the type of red flag I would have caught. But this man, he was younger back then. And, sometimes men are not as intelligent as women. They develop a little bit slower. So that could also be it as well. Don't let nothing happen to this man. I don't want them to do this. He really loved her more than his money. I like how he tried to give him an out, just in case.
일 적과 생기면 다시 링에 못 올라간다. 알지? 네.
아저씨는 김명길이랑 왜 싸우는 거예요?
우리 애들 죽였으니까 갚아야지. 우리 오늘 저녁에 간다.
Please don't let this mission fail.
나한테 전화해. 나 병원 앞에서 기다리고 있다가 너 연락 받으면 들어갈 테니까. 알았어. 엄마는 새끼들이.
What is wrong with him? He's looking real crazy. He ain't functioning right, y'all. I think he hurt because his pride is hurt. I think he's really shaken up that he got his ass beat by some kids. Love to see it. Love that for him. Don't answer it. Yeah. He has to be in the right headspace. Because we are, and I'm not sure why it's a subconscious thing, but when you're talking with your loved ones, your guard is automatically down. And I do not think it's a conscious thing. You do it subconsciously, whether you realize it or not. It don't matter where you are, who you're with. Once that person gets on the line, and it's a person that you love as a loved one, whether it be a family member or somebody you're in a relationship with, your guard is down. And you might not even be focused on anything else outside of what they're saying to you on the phone. So it is very smart of him to even put his phone on Do Not Disturb. Okay? Just so he doesn't get sidetracked. Because I ain't trying to see him get written off in this episode. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, shoot. Yo. He did that so quick. That ain't even funny. He did that so quick. With such precision, y'all. That's not even funny. That man literally had no time to prepare. I get he's evil, so do I care that he died? No. Don't care at all. Don't care at all. Once he was manhandling Geon Woo's mother, I was like, oh, he deserves all bad things. And I'm glad he's getting it. It took 4 episodes, but I'm glad he's getting it. Because this is what he deserves. But damn, the way this man did it so quick, I get why Myeong-Gil was scared of them. Because that is scary. I get why they was, okay, I get why they're Che's, aka the grandfather character, why they're his right hand and left hand men. Because damn, he had no defense. He was defenseless. Oh shit. But you still got him though, sir. I don't care what nobody gotta say, you still got him. That's why he was training her. He knew it would happen. They got plans A through Z. Y'all ain't doing nothing. Y'all ain't saying nothing. And that's on period. Out here hitting him on his bike. That's rude. So Myeong-Gil, he thought he could anticipate their moves and trap them. But you can't trap these type of men. They have been doing it longer and been doing it better than Myeong-Gil ever could. And just because they became domestic men, they became husbands and fathers, does not mean that they forgot the way they used to live. Okay? I'm like... Because I think it might be a trap. I don't know why I don't feel cool about this. I feel like it's ominous.
현주도 보라고 하시는데 왜?
I feel like it's ominous. So we still got 19 minutes left. I just feel like it's something ain't right. Something about this is too easy.
아직 의식 없다고 합니다. 아파트 관리소에 가서 준민이 친놈들 바로 찾아와. 예.
Oh, so he's still alive. Oh, okay. Is that a sander? Like for sanding wood? It's an effective tool. Oh, and putting salt in the wool. Oh, they wrong for that. Oh. Oh, they wrong for that. I get he's evil though, so I don't really care, but damn, I know that hurt. Because to be sanded bare to your flesh and then to have salt water on the wound. It's crazy. He letting y'all know it's real. That's why he told her in episodes 1 and 2, he told her not to do this. He told her that specifically, and not to do what she was doing. She didn't listen. And now there's all these situations and circumstances because she didn't listen. And so for her to run away from the consequences of her own actions, I don't really respect it. Because I'm like, you're watching an evil person get tortured. This man is not a good person. I could see if it was a good person, then yeah, you run away. You know, you throw up a little. But he's a bad man. We don't feel sorry for evil people getting just a fraction of the evil that they do against others done against them. One time. We don't know how many people he's killed. We don't know how many people he's hurt. We don't know how many lives he's ruined. How many children lost their parents because of this man. And you out here running away. Well, you was the main one who said you wanted to get people like this. Do you think evil people just are gonna stop? No, you gotta stop. I'm like, I don't really think that she gets reality. And because Mr. Che has kept her so sheltered, she doesn't get how the real world works outside of him. And now she's getting a bit of a taste of it, and it's too much for her and she wants to run away. Again, I don't respect it. Oh, Guam. Oh. Okay, like that is a smart place because it's not a place people would think of to hide. Guam is a vacation place, but a lot of people would never think to go there to hide because it is technically, I think, I'm not sure if Guam is considered like it's close to the United States. Okay, it's close-ish, into other regions that are considered independent countries, but they are still territories of the United States. I'm not sure if Guam is a territory of the United States or not. I need to relook that up. But yeah, Guam is not a place people would think you would hide. Switzerland, yes, because there's no extradition laws. The Maldives, some people hide out there. But outside of them two places and a few other, like, other Asian countries, Guam would not be on the list of where somebody with a criminal past would be hiding. So that's interesting, okay? He really is pulling things out of a hat.
돈이 되는 건 절대 공개하지 않죠. 그 자료는 어디 있어? 빈대표 침실 안쪽에 있는 작은 금고에 하드를 보관합니다. 근데 그 금고가 독일제 스마트 금고예요. 빈대표의 오른손 정맥을 대해.
Is it all a trap for him to purposely get captured?
그렇지만
Because Myeong-Gil, he knows how. I don't want to say Mr. Che is soft, but he knows how sparing he is, and he won't kill anybody for no reason. And I'm wondering if he's feeding them false information, and then all of it was just to get a tail on dude with the bike, because he said, "Oh, I'm gonna keep your phone from now on," and I'm like, and Myeong-Gil can track the location of his phone. Okay, I'm like, this seems odd. It seems too easy, too convenient. Y'all, I don't know about if you're gonna live or not. Cause it just seemed like he gonna kill him. I don't know why. It just seemed like that's what he gonna do to save himself. But I could be wrong. But it just seems a little too convenient for me, but I don't know. I gotta wait and watch episode 6 and see what it's gonna do here. But it just seems a little bit too convenient, a little bit too easy. And with something that easy, I'm always suspicious, okay? But yeah, y'all, that's my reaction to Bloodhounds episode 5, y'all. Like this, it's getting really good. I'm excited for episodes 6, 7, and 8. I hope they get a part 2 so we can have the full 16 episodes. That's just what's gonna happen here. But yeah, I'm really loving the way the story is going. It's not going too fast and it's not too slow. It's the perfect speed for them to extend it to 16 episodes. They might be good with 8, but they could definitely extend it to 16. But yeah, y'all, that's my reaction to Bloodhounds episode 5. And if you have stayed until the end of this video, I want to thank y'all so much for watching. If you're watching this video on Patreon, I want to thank you so much for being a patron. Your support is again so very much appreciated. And if you are watching this video on YouTube and you have yet to subscribe, do not forget to subscribe to the channel because as I had mentioned earlier, we are on the long road to 1,000 subscribers, but the goalpost is currently at 400 subscribers and every day we get a whole heck of a lot closer to that goal. And then also do not forget to like this video because that helps with the YouTube algorithm and helps the video get out to more people. And also feel free to leave a comment if you would like to, but you are not obligated to. And until the next reaction, y'all, I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.